Hello, this is Jamie from Pricelist Rubix. I'm going to take you through a first time setup and show you some of the features of the wholesale prices management suite. I created a demonstration company called the Wine Co. And what I've already done is gone to manage settings and click settings. And for a first time setup, you will need to set your master currency. Conversion rates, I was in pound sterling as my master currency, so I've set decimals for dollars and for euros. I've selected only one product category, which I've renamed to bottled wines. You can have three, but I only need one, so I've just ticked the one. I've changed my column variables as per follows: type, origin, alcohol volume, milliliter volume, box quantity, and I've ticked these active. These are the column headers in your current stock system or the current Excel sheets that you're using and sharing with clients and prospective clients. I could have more if I wanted, but I've obviously chosen not to. I've saved those details, and if I go manage products, manage bottled wines, I can see that these headers are now all active in my software. So what I'm going to do is download a template and put my own data in to create a master stock and price list. And I am going to save the file, and I'm going to open this in Excel, and you can see the changes that I've made to my variables for my stock titles, my stock column titles, have now transposed into this spreadsheet, and I would enter my data. I've actually previously already prepared a sheet, which is here. So I'm going to import that sheet in. Must be saved as a CSV file, bear that in mind. Save, done, and there's my stock imported into my system. This is what I use as my master list. Now, one thing we need to do now is to upload our clients or our buyers or anybody that we want to send access for our to our system for prices and products. So I'm going to go manage settings, manage users. I've already set two up, which is Robert and Mohammed. You can change these details if you want. Obviously, make sure you email or call and inform your client about their login details so they can see their system. Now, if we go to manage products, user pricing, one thing to note is that at the moment, obviously all of our prices are the same, but Robert, we can ghost view Robert's profile, which is here, and Robert's profile is technically unique from Mohammed's, which is here, but all pulling through at the moment from the same master price list. So let's pretend we're Mohammed and we're logging in. Actually, let's pretend we're Robert. The system wants us to use that, so fair enough. Okay, so this is what Robert would see, one of my company's clients. Robert, when he logs into the system, he can see all of the stock that I'm selling, all the prices that I'm selling at. Robert can flag up uncompetitive prices. He can flag up competitive prices to give me transparency of what he's doing in his marketplace, which is cool. He can filter new prices in the last 10 days. So if I flag a new price up, which I'll show you later, it will filter through and pull through. So if he's trading or planning to trade that line, it's very convenient for him. He can search, so he can search on a particular product and filter those through, so he could see exactly what I was selling or find something that I was selling if he needed to. Robert can export all of my prices, which is obviously a great feature because if he, for example, is running an uplift model, let's run an uplift model of 10%, which I've done there, he knows that these are the prices that he needs to charge if he's quoting his clients on an upsell in his supply chain. His analysts can use this data to make sales on his side, which obviously makes sales on your side. He can see his invoices if we want to post invoices to him. He can view his products in other currencies. Robert might be in the United States, or he might be in the Middle East trading in US dollars. So he can save that, and now he can see his prices in dollars. I'm just going to change that back to pounds though for Robert here. Now, one thing Robert can do, which is very cool, is he can negotiate. Now, if firstly, let's give Robert's going to have enter a unique reference ID here, so when he logs in, he's going to see this reference ID for this product. Robert can send this product to negotiate. Now, if Robert goes into his negotiate tab, he can see all the products that he has selected that he wants to negotiate on. So let's say he's running an uplift model and he needs to sell at £14. He will let us know that if he wants to, it's up to him, that he would put maybe a minimum order of 200 units in if we were to give him that price, and he's going to send that to us as an admin of our stock list system. We can see now, we click awaiting admin, Robert can see that these are the negotiations that are waiting to be activated. At the moment, no new negotiations have been approved. We're going to log out and we're going to log back in as admin. So I'm logging back in as myself now. If I go to the negotiate tab, I can see that there are now negotiations waiting for my approval. So that negotiation to me may be okay. If I wanted to check via the system, I would go manage products, user pricing, go into Robert's price list, so I can ghost view, and from here I can see the margin that I'm making on each of these products. I can see the cash margin I'm making on each of these products. Now, from what I can see here, I'm making a fairly good margin on that product, and if, for example, I was to drop that to 14, my margin wouldn't be hit too badly as my cost is still quite low. So I'm cool with that. I'm going to go back to negotiate, and I'm going to approve this price for Robert. Now, I could change it if I wanted and send it back to him, which would push it back to his awaiting user tab, and we could negotiate between us. But on this instance, I'm cool with that. So I'm just going to approve it, and I can see now in my list all of the negotiations that have been approved. Robert will be able to see this approved now as well. Now, if I go to user pricing, the cool thing about Priceless Rubix is that every single one of your clients can work off a different price, so you can sell the same products to different clients at different prices depending on their requirements. So if we go into Robert's profile now, we can see that Robert's price on this particular line is £14, and we can see that Mohammed's price is still the same as it's not been negotiated. Now, going back to our master list, we can also see that our master list price here is still $14.16. So Robert's getting a different price because he's negotiated it down. If I wanted, for example, to create negotiations with my users, informally, say we had language barriers or translation barriers, I could actually do that the other way around. So I can tick a line, and I can, for example, say I'd had some email correspondence with Mohammed. I may want to remind Mohammed that I want to negotiate this particular line, so I could send it to negotiate myself, and in my pending negotiate it's here. So I might say, to Mohammed, fine, no, let's do it at $13.50, and I can send it to Mohammed, pitching that price to him. So when Mohammed logs in, he'll see this price pop up and say that, oh, okay, I can see that Jamie is now doing a special offer on this particular product. If I approve that, it will update obviously his user pricing, and he can trade and obtain that product at a special rate. So it works both ways, which is quite cool. One thing that you can do on Priceless Rubix is to obviously manage a core list of products. So lower level staff or analysts in your business can use your current stock system stock data and map that back to your core product list to update your prices throughout all of your live client portfolios. So we're going to go update price, and this algorithm is very simple. Save this, open up this in Excel. So what I've done is I've taken a snapshot of everything now on my system as it is from a master price list point of view. Now, let's say this price changes due to changes in my system. It's actually, no, let's increase it. Let's say it's now £15 because my cost may have changed, and let's say this has come to £16, this particular line here. So we're going to change the price of these two lines. Overwrite user prices. What this means is you have the option to overwrite prices that you've already pre-negotiated on. So if Robert has, for example, negotiated on a price, or multiple users have negotiated on this line price, I may not want to damage that relationship by changing that price via my master list. So I might select this, for example, to no. It means that it will overwrite everything on my system for all users and as me as an admin, except for user accounts that I've already negotiated on this price, and you'll see what I mean in a second. I want to save this. Let's save this as update. Ooh. Save it as a CSV. Save. Yes, please. Close. No. Browse. Update. Open. Save. Import product saved successfully. Cool. Now, if I go to manage bottled wines, which is my master list, I can see that two prices have changed as I wanted to on my spreadsheet, to 15 and 16 respectively. What's happened is they flagged up as new price changes on the system, and users will be able to see those when they log in. However, if we go to user pricing and we go to Robert's profile, we'll notice that the price is still the same that he's negotiated because we clicked no, so we didn't want to overwrite. But obviously when we ticked yes, it has overwrited his price here, and this is flagged up for him. So when Robert logs in, he can see, oh, okay, cool, Jamie's changed these two prices. I should be aware of that just in case I'm trading in my market in those particular product lines. These prices may have gone down as well, so it'd be cool for Robert to see if they had gone down. They haven't in this instance. If we go to negotiate as well, we can still see that our pre-negotiated price with Robert is still the same, and there is no movement of prices. If we had overwritten Robert's price by ticking yes, it would have moved to price moved, and Robert would have been informed of that via his portal to see that his price has moved out of negotiation, which is cool. Any changes that you have, you can export and take a look at. I think these are changes over the past 14 days. So for example, these are some previous changes I've done, but you can see all the prices that are changed on your system. So if you have multiple analysts or multiple junior people managing, you'll be able to export this and just check what's going on basically within your business. I find that very useful daily. And one further feature is the emails schedule. What the email schedule does is it enables you to communicate with every single client individually automatically, and our server will send out an email to all of your users from yourself, from your email address, and you can tick which days of the week you want this to happen. It might be that you don't want it to happen, it might be that you want it on a Friday and a Monday. You can send an out of stock email, and what this will do is it will let everybody within your client portfolio know which lines are out of stock according to them, and which prices have changed according to them. Now, we can, if we go, manage products here, manage bottled wines, I can set out of stocks across every single client by selecting this out of stock button, and that will let everybody know that these lines are currently out of stock. I can't sell it to them. However, I can manage out of stocks individually. So let's say Robert is a core client of mine, but Mohammed, we don't trade that much. You know, he doesn't give me a good basket. His spread's pretty rubbish. So let's say these are flagged as out of stock as a master, which is fine. Let's say this particular line here, this bottom line here, this white UK alcohol 6% is quite short for me. I've only got 50 units, let's say, and I don't want Mohammed asking me for quotes and wasting my time. So I'm going to tick this on his profile as out of stock. But if we go to Robert's profile, you'll notice on Robert's profile, this isn't out of stock for Robert, so Robert can still buy it.